Good morning, Dr. BI, and I'm just busy, trying to go through my phone, the
Okay.
issues of social media.
The issues of social media and its impact, of course, on academic performances of students. Yeah. So we're talking students in general here, isn't it?
Definitely, we're talking about students, and of course, I know the performance and in connection with social media. How does social media impact students? Is it positively or is it negatively?
Negatively, yeah.
Because it's a two-way thing.
Yeah,
So it
yeah.
depends on how you use it.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so that is that like your conclusion, or are we still discussing this, diplomat?
This preamble and of course in conclusion.
Okay. So far, what have you found out?
What have I found out?
Yes. How is the impact of social media on students? That is in general, basically.
Definitely, social media is a very powerful tool, Yeah, so it's something that you need to use, positively. Definitely, you have good results, because like in case if you talk about research, it's easy these days, for somebody to do research. They can even be just with their phone. They're able, to do a research. But there are also people, who use it, for
Activities. Okay, yeah. I think there's some positives and some negatives to it. In the sense that, for example, I mean, if you have students and they're using social media to share, notes, to share, research, and then that is definitely a positive way of using social media. And I think it would impact them in a greater positive way than for those that use it for the wrong reasons.
Definitely. Yeah, so I obviously, when you're on social media, you need to have a purpose. You need to have direction, because you can't just go on social media and you don't know exactly what you're looking for. That's how come, you end up, finding wrong things and doing all sorts of wrong things. But when it comes to academics, definitely it's a very powerful tool, even like I said, in terms of research and all sort of things. These days it's easy. Like yesterday, I remember, when I was coming for work, this young kid said, no, go to homework, so I forgot something. Can I just use your phone to check something? Yeah, so checked on the phone, and of course, they managed, to get some
information.
Yeah, some information. And of
Okay.
course, even these days, just to get to some places, if you're going to a place you don't know, it definitely social media comes into play. You can use Google Map, such kind of things, to find your ways.
Okay, I'm looking at an article here, and okay, I'll just read it out, and maybe we could pick out a few points from there. It says, we have found that most 88.58% students were using social media for academic purposes and believed that social media usage has a positive or improved impact on their academic performance. The use of social media in our study was high, but not 100% among the surveyed students. However, the usage of social media, the use for academic purposes was high. Okay, so this just proves to say, if students are using this powerful tool to do their research and to share, the knowledge that they have with others, and just interact and exchange notes and learn from each other, then it's truly a very powerful tool that can show that they can achieve greater things.
Yeah, definitely it is. It is a powerful tool. Just like I said, you need to have a purpose. Once you are there, so it is easier, to share notes and such kind of things. But there's also, if we talk about like some malpractices, the same channel can still be used.
Can still be used. Yeah, I remember, so, was it a year ago when we had a couple of people getting arrested because they posted, leakage of some sort on, on social media, and and of course they were identified and taken to task for that.
So it definitely can be used for a lot of things, but it is a good tool. It is a very powerful tool. It is a welcome tool. It has made things a lot easier, and of course these days, and they're making gadgets even smaller, so it is easy, to carry your gadget, anywhere
you go.
As long as there's some network there, you are good to go. So so it is.
I just want to ask a question. I don't know if you'll be able to answer it, but you can answer it in the best way that you can. Okay, considering the fact that social media is also being used, negatively by other people, do you think there are some features that should be put in place to, at least maybe help with the age restrictions, and you know what I mean? Are there any features like that in some of these applications that people are using?
Of course, there are some applications, which have got that, when you're trying to go into wrong things, definitely maybe they'll ask about age and such kind of arrangements. But really, technology is is developing each and every day. Obviously, there will be something like that in place, and I think right now you just need to regulate yourself. Just like I said, you need to have a purpose for going on social media, because if you are just going there, you end up finding wrong things, because there are a lot of things there, good or bad. So you just have to discipline yourself and know exactly what you want to achieve once you are on social media.
Exactly. I mean, it brings both the negative and, of course, the positives. You could be better informed, you could be enlightened, and keep abreast with the world developments by using social media. But you could also, get addicted to certain things, or engage yourself in wrong groups or something on social media as well. And so basically I think when you choose what you want to use it for, it better be the positive.
It better be a positive. I know the First Lady of Nigeria, was proposing that maybe they should just ban social media in Nigeria, because a lot of people use it for wrong reasons. Mostly like for cyberbullying, whereby somebody just picks on you and they post a picture there, says some wrong things, things which are not even true, and of course people will be commenting, and it's viral. So everywhere you go, it's say it's him, so such kind of arrangements. So that's how come, in China, it's finally, it's out completely now. So, so, but I don't know how they still, get by, because technology, that side is a bit advanced.
And looking at the fact that, way back, if you needed to communicate with somebody who is in a different town, you'd have to physically write a letter and take it to the post office, buy a stamp, and place a stamp there and place it in the mailbox, and people come and collect it, and that process really took a long time to, you know, for that, for what you're communicating to be, to reach the other side. And so with social media in place, it is just at the tips of your fingers.
Definitely.
Quite interesting.
You move with your technology, you know, everywhere you go, and as long as you've got a smartphone, you've got some data, you are good to go. You do research anywhere, you know, because sometimes, you know, you find maybe even you know, trying, you know, to translate, you know, if somebody maybe may use a language which you know, you don't understand, but you pick a few words, you'll be able to, you know, even to translate. And you know, you even have, you know, things like, you know, dictionaries right there. So all those things, you know, you can put them to good use.
Exactly. Okay, I don't know what your take is concerning this topic of discussion, and of course you're free to interact with us on the number 0977728000. And of course I've seen that from what we've discussed, we've just looked at the positive. Okay, let me just read an article here. And
I talked about cyberbullying.
Cyberbullying,
that's
yes.
negative.
Yes. Okay. I have an article here, and it says a direct relationship exists between social media usage and the academic performance of students in universities. However, the darker side within technology evolution has resulted in dilemmas such as the setback of real values of life, especially among students who form the majority of the users interacting through the use of social networking sites. Okay. Let me end there. So there's an issue of real values of life. Okay, yeah. I mean, for example, you have all these people, you know, of course, posting photos of themselves and, you know, trying to show people that this is the kind of life that they're living, and yet in reality, it is definitely not exactly like that. What do you have to say about that?
Definitely, you know, for most, for some people, you know, like we talk about, you know, Facebook is just, you know, for show off. That's how come you find, you know, maybe they're just passing somewhere, they find a good meal, they get a good picture, and of course they just post it. So for some people, mostly it's just you know, for show off. You know, bought a new shoe, they show off right there. So I don't know if that is positive or negative, but anyway, everyone is free, you know, to do what they want to do, you know, as long as it is right, you know. Zikta is okay with it. It's okay.
Okay, interesting point of view right there. Okay, okay, let me go further with that.
Yeah.
It says today most youth and students possess Facebook accounts. The reason most of them perform badly in school might not be far-fetched. While many minds might be quick to blame the poor quality of teachers, they might have to think even harder. If they have not heard of the Facebook frenzy, okay, students are so engrossed in the social media that they are almost 24 hours online. Okay. Yeah.
No, that's the problem.
That is a problem, yeah,
no,
because that's like an addiction, and
yeah, that is an addiction.
yeah.
Of
And
course,
once it gets to those levels, it's.
I mean, 24/7 online. What are you doing? What are you doing? So
Okay,
that one definitely is a problem. And of course, if there's such a situation, of course, it raises concern. You know, parents definitely need, you know, to look into
regulation of it has to be regulated, and I think it also affects the you know, okay, I know we're not talking about we're talking about students, but also people who are working. Okay, the performance is definitely not as it should be, because most people would spend most of their time on social media, reading this and chatting with friends, and yeah. So
I also think it depends, in which your work environment and the kind of work which you do. For some people, being on just social media, that's where they find, things which they need to do. Maybe, get some information here and there, follow it up, and such kind of things. And of course, the others are whereby, social media does not relate with their work whatsoever, but they're just there, for their own, reasons.
Okay. You spoke about what they need to do is on social media. Just give examples, maybe, that could help.
Definitely, like in our field, in our case. Yeah, so you find maybe a story, on social media. Yeah, then now you need, to find out how authentic it is, and you get to the bottom of it before you can, come on set and talk about it. So with some of the headlines, you find them there, and then you follow it up, and so that's how it goes.
Okay. Okay, I'm still looking at that article. Okay. And of course, I'll read another paragraph right there. It says, studies, however, shows that students use social networking sites such as Facebook for fun, to kill time, to meet existing friends, or to make new ones. And of course, although it has been put forward that students spend much time on participating in social media network activities, with many students blaming the various social media networking sites for their steady decrease in grade point averages. Okay, that's an interesting point right there. Okay, so for others, it's something they use to kill time. I don't know whether time can be killed, but it's an interesting perspective right there. And of course, for others, like you said, yeah, they'll use it to do their research and compare notes and make sure that what they've studied is what's really on point. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So that's a very, very interesting point right there.
Yeah, it is. It is a very interesting point. Like I said, people have got different reasons for going on social media. Others are maybe after a long day of doing some different kind of activities. Just to relax and of course just catch up with the happenings. Definitely the quickest way you can find out whatever was happening during the day is when you get to social media, you find the headlines there, and you catch up with what was happening. You find a lot of news. It can be fake news, or the news is authentic. You'll still find it there. So it's up to you on how you use it, and of course what you get out of it.
Okay, thank you very much, Diplomat, for that insight. Okay, so we are told we have run out of time, and so we need to conclude right now. And obviously, Diplomat, your last words concerning social media and students?
Definitely, if you are a student, make sure that you use social media correctly. Use it for good purposes. Be it research. So use it that way. When it comes to killing time, not so much. And of course, don't get addicted to it. Just use it for the right things. I think that's what I have to say.
Okay. So just like Diplomat has said, the world today is a global market, and of course the internet is the most important sort of information where we can find all information that we need to get by in life. And so use social media for the right purpose, and of course you will see the great benefits that you can get from using social media. And so it has been the Morning Express on a Tuesday morning. Dr. B.I. and of course DJ Diplomat are signing out, but obviously make a date with me at 10:30 on the mid-morning dose, and of course catch me later.
At Manzi Valley, we pride ourselves in giving you the cleanest and safest mineral water on the Zambian market. Our mineral water is produced in the cleanest and most hygienic, germ-free environment in Zambia, and that's just a fact. We at Natural Valley take pride in the quality of our product so that you can safely enjoy our mineral water, rich in minerals, to satisfy that thirst and revitalize your body. So grab a bottle of Manzi Valley mineral water now to beat that thirst with the cleanest bottled water in Zambia.